I can understand place value and add and subtract within 1,000, because these were our learning targets. Round to the nearest 10 and 100 with multi-step situations, and add 2 and 3 and 4-digit numbers. We assessed 103 students, and on all of those topics. So adding and subtracting within 1,000, rounding to the nearest 100, everything with whole numbers and place value. And after our pretest, we had 46 students not proficient. So we
decided we were too broad
in
our scope.
Well, after we tested it, so we did our math camps on all of those things, and weren't super happy with our results. We conducted a differentiated math camp to review place value, rounding, addition, and subtraction. Our interventions were targeted daily teacher instruction, small groups, and daily ALEX. And after our interventions, 29 were still not proficient. So we were not happy with those results at all. After looking, so we assessed and intervened on all of those topics and decided it was way too broad. So we recognized that we needed a little bit more Tier 1 in one of our classrooms, and we needed more time using the ALEX model. And so we retested, so that now that's what we're meeting today, is to go over our most recent intervention, and we decided to target one topic. So let's go over our data for that. So we just decided to target adding 2, 3, and 4-digit numbers, because after looking at our data, that was what was most often missed. Our pretest was we tested 104 students, because we got a new student, and 29 were not proficient. So let's look at the data we have now. So I can start with Jeannie's. Jeannie, and we're deciding anything 60% or below is not proficient. So Jeannie just has 1. And I have 2.
I had 2 also.
And I had 4.
Okay. So 8, 9. And let's talk about our learning extension too. So Chelsea did worked with those about 100%, right? For the And I really liked how we looked at their work on ALEX, so they were accountable, because the very first day they came, a couple of my kids came back after I pulled their data and had 0%.
Playing around.
Yeah.
My Isaac, who's one of my top math kids, I think he had 60%.
Yeah.
I knew that it wasn't really.
We screwed it tighter, and they were better.
Well, once they knew they were accountable. Once they knew they were accountable, then my scores were consistent and high the rest of the time. So I liked that we do that, and I liked that we have ALEX for that group, because that group's kind of the bubble group.
It is. And I think on that group we had a majority of them that would master it.
Yeah.
Several of mine in that group got 100% on the post-test. So.
Yeah. Most of mine, well, 2/3 of mine got 100%. So.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just kind of talk about what we learned from.
Accountability.
Okay.
And drill down.
Make sure our topics aren't so broad next time.
We had 3 learning targets last time. We just will keep our interventions to 1 learning target. It was nice when it was a way for us to come together too, to find that some classes needed more ALEX, some needed more, weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing on ALEX. Our first intervention, where we intervened with 3 learning targets, we had 46 not proficient, and by just zeroing it down to 1 learning target, we only had 9 students still not proficient.
I thought it was 8.
So what can we do for those 9 students still? I just thought it was interesting that this was such a struggle for the kids, adding 2, 3, and 4-digit numbers.
I
Of all
was
the
completely
topics.
surprised that was the one that they were struggling on out of all of them.
Well, the other
Seems
one
like-
was the rounding. You know, I still have some kids that, and I've been reviewing rounding, and they're still.
Oh, what's he gonna do?
And they've been working and working and working, and finally they're starting to get this. And it was what was holding them up on Alex, too, about 2/3 of them. So it's good to be able to get that information so I know where to work with them.
Good. That's good. Okay, you guys, what should we, let's be thinking about our next intervention. Understand and apply properties of multiplication and the relationship between multiplication and division. So we don't want to make the same mistake and make it too broad.
Well, if we focus like just on multiplication as repeated
Addition.
for right now,
Yeah.
I think that would probably be the best one to start with. And then for those
Right.
addition,
So should we do a like a pre-test for just like 8 problems, just repeated addition?
I think so. There's repeated addition and then addition sentences,
Right.
multiplication sentences. So I think we could
Do
probably
both.
have kind of a variety, but that would still give us an idea of where
Yeah.
it's
Let's do that. And then let's make sure we target just one concept.
Every part of my heart I'm giving out. Every song on my lips I'm singing out. Any fear in my soul I'm letting go. And anyone who asks I let 'em